our world, everything is go, go, go. We're always being told to be faster, louder, and bigger. But what if the most powerful way to grow is actually the total opposite? We're about to explore a principle that isn't written down in any book. It's written in the silent wisdom of the natural world. And this lesson, this really deep truth, well, you're not going to find it scrolling on a screen or sitting in a lecture. Nope. You find it in the quiet patience of a forest, in the slow, deliberate work of roots digging deep beneath our feet. It's a lesson in a totally different kind of growth. So let's dive right into that fundamental conflict, right? The one between how our society yells at us to develop and how nature actually does it. It's a clash of two completely different rhythms. On one side, you've got our world's way of doing things. This constant rush, the pressure to be seen and heard, the obsession with being in the spotlight. But then there's nature's way. A path that's all about patience, about silence, and about doing the most important work in the shadows, far away from all that noise. And this, right here, this leads us to where real foundational growth actually happens. It's not on the main stage, It's behind the scenes. I mean, really think about a tree for a second. Its strength doesn't come from the branches we see reaching for the sun. It comes from its deep, unseen roots, anchoring it down there in the dark. All the most critical work, the stuff that provides stability and nourishment, it happens where no one is watching. The source material we're looking at actually calls the result of this process your aura. And no, it's not about charisma or some kind of stage presence. It's that undeniable quality you build, not when you're performing for an audience, but during those quiet, often lonely hours of self-reflection, of practice, of personal evolution. That's where the real substance is forged. And it just makes you realize, doesn't it? If all this unseen work is where real strength comes from, then genuine growth demands something our hyper-connected world makes us terrified of: solitude. It requires the courage to just step away from the noise and be alone with yourself. This brings us to another massive lesson from nature. See, growth isn't this constant straight line up. It's a cycle. It's a rhythm of expanding and then pulling back, kind of like the seasons of the year. Just look at this cycle for a minute. Nature never, ever tries to bloom all year round. It gets the importance of autumn for letting go of what's not needed anymore. And this is the big one, the need for winter. Winter isn't a dead period. It's a time for rest, for gathering strength under the surface, all to get ready for the new growth that's coming in spring. So if you've ever felt like you're just not making progress, or you're stuck, I want you to consider this. Maybe you're not failing. Maybe you're just in your winter. You aren't stuck. You're just gathering strength for what's coming next. And really, it all just boils down to this simple but incredibly powerful idea. It's about letting go of these fake timelines that society puts on us and just learning to trust the natural, cyclical timing of our own lives. Okay, and this brings us to the final, culminating principle. This is where all these ideas, the patience, the silent work, trusting the seasons, this is where they all come together into one seriously powerful shift in mindset. Think about this for a second. A flower doesn't waste any energy chasing after bees. It focuses all of its energy on one single thing: blooming. It puts all its effort into becoming the most vibrant, authentic version of itself, and by doing that, it naturally attracts everything it needs. The bee just comes. The call to action here is so clear, so direct. Stop chasing. Stop chasing validation. Stop chasing opportunities. Stop chasing people. Instead, turn all of that energy inward. Focus on your own growth, on your own blossoming. Because when you do this, you stop fighting against the current. You start to align yourself with that deeper, natural rhythm we've been talking about this whole time. And when you're in that flow, you'll be amazed at how the right things just seem to fall into place. Not because you hunted them down, but because you became ready for them. So, we're going to end with a question to turn this whole lesson right back to you. I want you to really think about this. What is the bee you've been chasing? And what do you think would happen if instead you just focused on your own bloom?